Hi guys, have you been? Lucy Peters back here on Plus Size Hub Talk Show. I hope you guys have been well and you guys are keeping safe from the floods. Yeah, it's been a bit chaotic of late, but I'm really hoping and praying that everyone is safe. So I'm back again with this topic, a continuation of This Is Why I'm Single, and I had mentioned on our last shoot, and I mentioned something to do with karmic connection. So if you haven't watched our last episode, please do. This is a docu-series that will be talking about the things that we overlook, the things that we need to rectify, the things that we need to make ourselves to be better in person, more like self-awareness whenever we are growing up, to be in relationships, in love, and to find our true selves. So karmic connection, this is something not so many people know, but probably a few people know about it. I came to know about it just the other day when I was in a relationship and I thought that I was in love, but I wasn't. I wasn't. So karmic connections, these are soulmates that have been sent to you, and when I say this, you will come to understand probably in your recent relationships that you have been meeting this kind of people, and there's a certain kind of a pattern that keeps on repeating itself, and then you keep on asking yourself why. For me, I had traumatizing kind of patterns during my childhood. So whenever this person used to indicate something that will trigger that part, it would take me on an emotional roller coaster. So remember, these are karmic connection. These are people who you are tied to in the past to come and help you to be a better person, but these are not relationships that last. The confusing part is the connection is very intense, too intense. I'm telling you, it is intense. You feel like you have known this person for the longest time. You bond and there's this magnetic feeling, but at the end of the day, you feel like this love, you're obligated to it. It's not natural, it's not easy flowing, but I'll come down to it on how you can identify it. So for my story, let me just give you a brief a brief before I get down to how to identify your karmic connections, and then probably from those specs you'll be able to identify, probably in those kind of relationships I was not meant to be there, but I was there to grow, to be a better person, and to do the right things. But this is why I'm single, and these are the things that we have been seeing. These are the kind of people we have been meeting, but we have not been growing ourselves into knowing that we need to rectify, into knowing that we need to grow out from. So my story, I met this guy. He's very handsome, and these guys are usually handsome. Oh god damn it, these people are handsome. We started by talking. It was really nice, and then from there, whenever it comes to the sex, I'm telling you, it's 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 nice. It's over the moon. It's everything. It's over the planet. You can name anything about it, in the sense that you don't want to let go. You don't want this person to leave, because you've never felt that way before. Then he had a career that I thought that we would work together and we would be big people, we would really succeed. I had seen the future from this guy. But it never really went well. I was left torn apart. I was left with so many questions, because this guy was a runner. He just ran away. I think he felt the same thing. Something funny is that these people usually mirror. They mirror you. So how you feel is the same way they feel. And if you have abandonment issues, that's the same way they feel. So they will run away from you because they fear to be in the same kind of a situation of being neglected, and then they abandoned again. So at some point, actually, I came to tell this guy, but you're a narcissist, you're such a narcissist. But I was reflecting the words to myself, because I was toxic to myself as well. and this is some kind of wounds that I needed to heal from, for me to become a better person, for me to be able to navigate and love myself more, and to be able to find my true person. Karmic connections don't last, and this is something that people need to learn. People think that this is your person, but they're not. These are people who are there to help you grow. These are people who are there to elevate you, but you won't really understand. So this is the time to stay woke. Wake up, fellas. Wake up, folks. Get out of toxic relationships. There are some which are just there to help you grow, to learn of your inner child. I hope the people who are watching this have also watched our last docu-series. So allow me to go through this. I have a laptop over here, so allow me to go through them quickly, so that I don't take much of your time. So the first thing that you will feel, how to identify you're in a karmic relationship. Emotional roller coaster, as I had mentioned. 2, patterns of ongoing conflict. You'll start to notice and resolve challenges in your past relationships. The same pattern of events that broke you keep on stirring back, and they get you mentally drained. Remember, all these notes that I'm telling you, they make you mentally drained. So at some point you'll feel like you're exhausted in how you're trying to express your love, but it's not being returned. Yeah, it can't, because that's you. Karmic connections, that is you. You're talking to yourself. It's like you're talking to your mirror. So the other thing is, you feel like you can't leave the relationship even though it doesn't feel right. For me, it never felt right, but I wanted to keep on going and trying to find ways of how to make it right, but never did. You feel like you owe your partner something. Every time this person is not there, this person is quiet, and you feel like, I think there's something I've done, or I owe this person something. Have you ever felt that way with this kind of a person, probably in your past or the recent person that you're dating now? Please listen to these notes very carefully, and if you have a pen and a paper, please write them down. And kindly subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, for the love of God, please subscribe, as we'll continue having so many other docu-series to enlighten you about this is why I'm single, the things that you need to grow, the things that you need to look at and become a better person. So this is more like a self-awareness, and this applies to singles, those who are dating, and also those who are in marriage. Okay, you feel guilty when you think about leaving the relationship. Yeah, you feel totally guilty because you feel obligated to this person. Okay, you feel like you are sacrificing too much to keep the relationship going. I know so many people can relate with that. You keep repeating the same patterns in relationships every time, and I believe that people have come to ask themselves, why do I keep on attracting the same kind of people? These are the things, because you never healed yourself from the other relationship that you're in. People need to stop jumping from one relationship to the other one, thinking that the other person is going to validate them. No, you're only going to validate yourself. You're the only person who is going to save yourself from this kind of relationships. Don't come to social media, don't come to me and tell me men are dogs, ladies are like this. No, there's nothing like that. You're the one who's not working on yourself. If you work on yourself, trust me, as I always say, and I will keep on saying, once you have healed, once you have made yourself to be a better person, chances are you'll be able to attract the person that you want, the man that you want, the woman that you want, the job that you want, good company, good friends who will always be there on your side. So let us take this very seriously. You feel like you are not growing or evolving. You feel like you're stuck in that relationship. There's nothing that is succeeding. There's nothing. You're stuck. It's like you're in a dark room. You can't breathe. You feel like you're suffocating. You're in a karmic connection. You feel like you're not respected or valued. Let me just explain this. And this is something that I also saw from my karmic soulmate. You dress up, you you look good, you wear lipstick, you do all those things, and then you show up, but this guy doesn't see any value, doesn't even tell you, oh woman, you look beautiful. That guy was just still, but you feel like you still need to be with this person because he's like this, like that, and you can connect in some kind of a way, but you can, of which you can't really explain it. I'll keep on telling you these things over and over and over again until we become better and we become powerful, we become the creation that we were meant to be. Amaniaje. So after that, you feel like you're not getting your needs met. Yeah, you're not happy, but you're not happy. You just try to keep on smiling and laughing, but you're not happy at all. You're not able to communicate effectively with your partner. This person is just not there. He's not available, or she's not available for you. This person will just tell you, I'm busy, or just these people are not available at all. As much as you want to communicate with them, they're not. You're not able to trust your partner. You have that gut feeling telling you, I can't be able to trust this person. So you're just there, you're just in that zone or in your own planet with this karmic connection. But that's the time that you need to wake up and realize this is not for you, and this is the time that you need to start healing. You're not able to be vulnerable with your partner. Now, when I talk about vulnerability, it means there are people who make you feel yourself, someone who you can cry to, someone who you can make crazy jokes with. But these are not the kind of people. They look watakuangalevi like, are you okay? I know. You're not able to forgive your partner. Yeah. For me, I never forgave him, but it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It just happened. He was sent to me so that I become a better person and I be able to forgive myself, to heal. But in the due process, I had to block him everywhere. Now, let me tell you something about the questions that arises with karmic connections. Is how do you know if you have karmic debt? Karmic debt is the negative energy you have accumulated so far, which is based on the negative actions and even behavior taken in lifetimes. If your family has been doing negative things, and this could be in generations, it is possible that it was passed down to you. These are things that you are paying for your ancestors and your dear whoever's, all those, your lineage, the whole lineage. So you're here to break those generational curses, and it depends if you have the courage, if you are awake to understand with your consciousness that this is your time to break those curses and to create a better lineage for your generations and generations to come. Most of us are here to break those generational curses. So stay woke, understand the kind of relationships that you're dealing with, and if at all you have broken up from someone, able to try and remember the kind of things that came, that you noticed, that came to you, that you were able to figure out that this one affected me. Do not ever pinpoint on someone and say this person did this person did. No, you are the one who reflected that to yourself, because you attract who you are. So whatever was triggered inside of you, note them down and be able to acknowledge it and deal with it at that particular point. Do karmic partners mirror you? Yes, they do. Your karmic partner is a mirror of yourself. So when you are together, you see yourself in him or her. So when there is something wrong with that person, you can't help but notice it. When she does something wrong to you, it feels like an attack on who you are as an individual. These are people who are you, and everything is just down in your inner child that you need to dig out and become a better person. Okay, can you be happy with a karmic relationship? That is a no. These are just things that are meant to be there on a short term and then leave. If you are stuck in a marriage, if you're stuck in a dating and you have noticed these patterns, you have noticed these specs, it's about time for you to save yourself, save yourself as quickly as possible and move out, step out. Yes. How to end a karmic relationship. This is very crucial on how to be able to get yourself together, because let me tell you, for me, breaking up with my karmic soulmate, it was painful. You know, it's like you're detaching yourself from yourself, and then you're like, this girl was so hot, this girl gave me all the orgasms that I wanted, now I have to leave him. Who be making me feel good? Better start running. So how to end a karmic relationship. Acknowledge your feelings. It is important to allow yourself to feel the full range of emotions that come with ending a karmic relationship. Practice self-care. Okay, ending a karmic relationship can be emotionally draining. I've told you, can be emotionally draining. Make sure to take care of yourself by eating well, getting enough sleep, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. It was really hard for me. At some point it can make you feel depressed, but it's not a bad place. It is a place that you can isolate. Just isolate yourself and from your norm, and try and listen to your inner self, your higher self, not inner, your higher self, and you'll be able to get answers of how to deal with your issues slowly, gradually, and gracefully. Just be kind to yourself. If you need to go for grooming, if you want to go out, if you want to go out with friends, do it. If you want to cry, please do. I cried. Seek support. It can be helpful to take to a trusted friend, family member, or a therapist. You can get some guidance from there, or you can fast and pray about it and ask your spiritual guides to take you through the whole process. Either way, it is effective on what your beliefs are. Okay, so focus on your growth. Use this experience to grow and change. Reflect on what you have learned and how to use it in your life going forward. So nothing is impossible. It is okay not to have a fruitful relationship. It's all about you and growing. Life is there just to help us to wake up and grow and be conscious of our actions and become better than what we are right now. Let's leave the matrix of living in a cage, of feeling in an enslavement. We are not enslaved. You're just the one who is ignorant. You're the one who is not taking the right steps for yourself to become better. But if you do listen to this kind of points and you try as much as you can to become a better person, there's nothing impossible. Karmic connections are there. They can keep on recurring until you come to learn. Some people have become suicidal because they don't understand what exactly is happening, but I'm bringing this awareness that those are just karmic connections, and these are things that you can deal with. Eventually become the better version of yourself. So self-awareness is really needed, and what we need to be looking at is finding healthy relationships. Let us say this is why I'm single and I'm healthy and I'm loving myself for who I am. I am healed and I'm a better version from the things that I did in my past, and now I am ready to move on with this life. When you look at life that way, I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. So that's it for today. Next time we'll have another topic, and I'm really hoping that you guys, if you have any questions, if you have the same kind of a story, I'm inviting guests. You are so much allowed, and kindly like our page, our channel. You can share this with your friends, family. They need to hear about this the mere truth about what we are going through right now, thinking that life is so unfair, and yet it's only there to help us to learn. So thank you for listening. Subscribe, babies.